event, clashing head for head right now in a desperate bid for Team Liquid to make the playoffs against one of the best teams, the best team in the world.
Magix with the dual Berettas, Chopper with some utility to go into this.
Oh, upper rush,
quite
baby.
Quick here for Team Liquid, looking to bring the pace to the pistol. It's Nerds out first and down first to Magix off the top of the high. 3 kills from Liquid in an instant. And with JKS collecting that 4th, it's Zontix left at heaven with no hope in hell.
This is really well executed. Nice and simple, obviously. Even Nerds going down with the entry, but creating the space. Good kills from JKS and Twist. Doubled up on each of them. As Zontix waits up above in heaven.
Spotted now. The remaining eyes of Team Liquid focus upon Zontix's position. And there's just no way into this round. Nuke yesterday against Na'Vi for Team Spirit went the distance into the bonus rounds, and frustrating moments at the end. We got to see Donk sort of hanging his head and disappointment, despair, and I think for Team Spirit, the fact that they hadn't lost a series this year, they only dropped 2 maps total coming into the, at the end of that series, and then obviously going on to lose their first series of the year. I think we had just kind of expected Team Spirit to march straight into the playoffs with the easiest route possible, but meeting Na'Vi was not on the agenda.
That's turning out to be one of our favorite rivalries in Counter-Strike right now. Those two are always going blow for blow, and while Spirit comes out on top of it, Na'Vi gets a very important win for their own mental game last night to put Spirit in this position. Battle for survival between these two teams. One of these two teams is eliminated. The next one moves on to play one more game later on today, and that will be the qualification game for the playoffs. That's either going to be Gamer Legion or Astralis that they're going to wait the results of. But first, you got to get through each other. And Nert's going to make this walk all the way into Big Garage. Does he clear this?
No, he's got eyes on Zontix. Will he check it? It's an awkward angle to have to try and clear, and with Zontix being so deep into that corner, Nerds just couldn't spot him out, having to worry about the possibility of Donk being around the back of Credit Card.
Yeah, but they haven't heard the other 3 get actually down to secret, so they don't have this information, and we just saw the analysts go through the telestrator of watching that play from Nerds walking into Big Garage. They might think he's alone. Naf doing tons of damage from Red Box, still no indication that secret has been taken. Liquid, down a man, but tactically in a way stronger position.
Twitch just tossing some utility out towards Shiro. Naf joining the rest of his teammates who have now penetrated the B-bomb site with force. So 4 players down here, Chopper getting into the vent. Naf now just arriving. Did not see everything, but eventually peeks out and catches Chopper. So just furthering Liquid's chances of winning this, locking Team Spirit out of any opportunity. They're going to go and save these weapons, and that is a 2-0 start here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Spirit will get another crack at it with the Force Spy in the next round. Opening kill, both opening kills in these first 2 rounds onto Nerds, but not able to convert either one of them into a round victory. Now, important to note, I just kind of highlighted the route that both of these teams are on. This is for elimination. Astralis or Gamer Legion is going to be next for qualification of the playoffs for whoever wins this. Liquid could have had a much easier route. You want to talk about so much attention on Ultimate since he joined this team. He had his just an atrocious series against Mongols earlier this week. Really struggled to have impact. They lose that series, and it's not to place it all on his shoulders, but Liquid could have had a much easier route through this. They could have actually beaten Mongols that day. It's a game they very much, the players feel like they let slip out of their grasp. Then they would have played Gamer Legion for a spot in the playoffs. Now you got to do it harder because you slipped up earlier. So the route for Team Liquid, when you look at the past, you're just like, oh, the path not taken was so nice.
Well, it still could end up with a spot in the playoffs against Gamer Legion.
Right. It just would have been nice to get that done with, a few days in advance with a lot less stress. Now a very tough affair against Team Spirit, but let's not act like this is completely out of reach. Back at the Major in the quarterfinals, Frey alluded to it in the interview, a 2-0 win for Team Spirit in that, 13-11, 13-9. Very close affairs with Yakinder on the roster. Now you have Nerds playing at this level. There might be a world where this escalates them enough to overcome Team Spirit today. Don't be shocked, because it seems crazy to say, but Spirit might actually struggle with Team Liquid today. This is a team that can put up a lot of difficulty.
I think Team Spirit will dominate the headlines, the talking points, but I think it's important to remember Team Liquid's stature as an organization, what they want to accomplish in Counter-Strike.
Well, and the players, and the history of the players, and the experience of the players as well.
The amount of rosters they've put together, the amount of money they've spent trying to find the recipe to get back to winning ways, and they just have not been able to do it. But positive signs here at the moment. Chopper trying to stop the crossing players, but Team Liquid are just going to overrun him. Molotov to force him into the open fight. And send a bullet towards double doors. Chopper's teammates now rotating down towards the ramp, and Magic's trying to make it happen. It's Donk that gets impact with that MP7. Nert's trying to come in to clean up, but all the kills, all the aggression from Liquid has gone the other way.
Yeah. They got way too thirsty, but Twist can bring it back.
Oh, he has got that one pick. Now the element surprise gone, but he needs Naf to stand tall. His countryman losing health. Twist coming back down. Another kill in that MAC-10, but it's all on Zontex to try and win this. He's got it down to the 1v1. Bomb down in the open. Naf has to come to him, and Zontex knows that. 8K against MP7, and Naf is low on health. There's a real chance for this, and Zontex picks it up on the SMG. It could have been 3-0. It should have been 3-0 for Team Liquid, but they go down to the submachine guns.
That's way, way too thirsty in that lower bomb site. Let him be pinned down on that ramp. You don't always have to chase around it. I think Nertz just goes way too aggressive. Might be something that he's got to figure out within his role within this team is where does he pull himself back? Where does he unleash himself? But this turn in the corner, very little ammunition, and you got to say, JKS holding the angle, free kill for Donk. MP7's coming back in a big way. We saw a bunch of them out here today.
And Nertz was the reason for that, right? He was the torchbearer for it. Brought it out consistently over the last few years of his professional career.
And those are the kind of rounds Liquid really needs to limit. Some of the struggles they've had against the Mongols, against Maus, have been letting slip advantageous situations when they're in the power position and letting them kind of drift out of their control. Letting the other team kind of, regain control of the situation a little bit too easily. They need to minimize those numbers of kind of rounds where you're like, how did they end up losing that?
Oh, there's the first taste of the rifles of Donk and Nertz going up against each other. Nertz not getting away with the same impact he was fine against Maus. At least early doors here. Chopper, awkward fight, not going to work out for him. Ultimate cleanup, both B defenders. And Team Spirit not going to be happy about that defense. Ultimate's going to pin himself in the corner, waiting for Donk to round the corner with distraction. Ultimate peeks out, and Donk gets blasted away. No opportunity here to win the round for Team Spirit. Magic's coming down the vent to try and change that fact, but Team Liquid are in the very favorable position at the moment.
Yeah, super favorable. Magic's going to turn this corner, Twist, immediate headshot. There's not even a chance to react or to make a calm or anything. 3-1 for Liquid.
Great round from Ultimate.
Yeah, coming into this series, if you want to cause the upset here as Liquid, you're obviously, Nertz doesn't need to light up the scoreboard in the sense of what he's been doing so far in this event, where he's averaging a 1.51 rating. He doesn't need to actually go that crazy as long as he's having impact on his aggressive plays and he's creating that space for the rest of the team. You do need Ultimate to be there. I mentioned absent earlier, Twist and Nertz becoming a very cool element, 1-2 punch as well. Twist with his rifle looking very strong this event so far. So there's some very positive signs for Team Liquid in this matchup. At least getting Ultimate some of those early impact kills to open up the lower bomb site is going to make him feel real good. Timeout used by Spirit early on.
I don't think Holly's going to be particularly happy. It feels a little shaky, a little rough at certain points here for Team Spirit. Big talking point coming into this year has been around Chopper's step up in performance. Had more of a drop-off yesterday. We returned to more of the Chopper form that we're used to against Na'Vi. But you would expect that against, consistently when he's playing against these top squads.
Triple kill for Ultimate is very, very nice.
Yeah, good team play as well from the play at the back of the bomb site, taking attention for him.
It's been pretty simple pistol rounds, pretty simple rounds, right? Pistol round was an upper rush. Next two rounds, rounds 2 and 3, is pretty much 3 or 4 players walk secret, just walk the whole way until they're spotted or they get to the control side doors. And this one is a pretty easy waltz through ramp. And, Shiro misses one shot and then they have access to the lower bomb site.
Yes.
So Liquid's not running anything super complicated right now, which is maybe what Holly's talking about. Like, guys, they haven't done anything yet. We're doing this to ourselves to open up this nuke.
Well, Shiro, he was last spotted towards ramp in the previous gun round. He's brought that up towards garage to try and address the problem outside. Team Liquid are crossing with the smokes with 3 players.
Donk not going to go for the spam. Zontex is already waiting downstairs, but once again, I mentioned simple T-sides from Liquid so far. Bomb is still in lobby, so they have a chance to come on back. Maybe a miscomm, maybe not realizing one was going to be there, but they picked up the pace right into Zontex.
Zontex only got one, but fortunately that team kill comes in, and with Shiro locking down Naf outside, Team Liquid fall to just 2 players.
That bomb was always in lobby. I wonder if kind of the end goal that Liquid had in the back of their minds was either coming up vents or getting secret control and coming back towards Mini to join up with that bomb at some point. But now because it was in lobby, it's just so disconnected. JKS is just like, I can't get to you. Like, they can be anywhere. So Ultimate needs a kill if they're going to force this defense to move and open up the avenue, and that ain't going to happen. Chopper eventually finds him, and the round is done with 38 seconds on the clock.
Well, this is the third time we've seen Spirit play Nuke so far, and each time we've been interested in sort of talking about how Donk is able to play on the CT side. Astralis was their first test. They had a game plan that seemed to sort of neutralize the mobility of Donk. They kept him pinned behind credit. They really focused a lot of their resources on him. But the rest of Team Spirit stepped up and shut down the entire Astralis squad. Yesterday against Na'Vi, Donk had a lot more freedom. He was able to make these quick rotations into Mei and during the executes and be more of a threat. Intrigued to see how it's going to go throughout this first half in terms of how Team Liquid are going to approach it. Because they've now got an AK saved over, which you would imagine would go to Donk, and we've seen what that did against Na'Vi yesterday.
I think it will be interesting because we know from what we've seen so far from Team Liquid when they've gone outside, they've kind of attacked down towards Secret, tried to get down the stairs. That's usually going to be the position of Zontix, as we just saw, or Chopper, as a guy who rotates down the vents as well. Donk is going to be that guy towards Big Garage to deny Nerds access, which we also saw in the very first gun run, him kind of hiding. If they try and turn in towards Mini, that's where they're on Donk. So as long as Liquid keeps this focus on crossing towards Secret, Donk can still have great impact, obviously, with spams and breaking the smoke, but it's not attacking directly at him.
Well, they don't give him the AK. You can play with the A1S. Chopper and Magic's getting to wield the AK-47s. They're going to group up outside of ramp, looking to put some pressure here. Twist with a molly ready towards that back box.
Yeah, so much emphasis outside because that's where Liquid has been going, and then some emphasis on the upper bomb site as Team Spirit is saying it's likely a low buy. Economy's probably a little bit hurt, but once again, Liquid have access to this lower bomb site. A little bit better defended this time, but going to be blocked off by utility.
Oh, Magix just going to flash himself through decon, looking to be disruptive. A one kill for Magix, tries to flick down, couldn't get that second out of that. Now Ultimate applying pressure towards Donk's position at the double door. Minute 4 seconds left, Twist catches Donk leaping through the smoke. Ultimate to follow up for Team Liquid, and a 4v2 without bomb even planted yet. Team Liquid have won this round.
Oh, Shiro has his sixth sense just tingled and he's got a freebie. Nerds is like, what the hell? Why are you there watching that when all this is going down in the lower bomb site? But Liquid with the rebuttal. And that's twice now they've had just basically easy access to ramp room and into that lower bomb site. Spirit, I think, even beginning that retake a little early, perhaps. Maybe showing some disrespect, Donk coming through that smoke at control window shut down. So Liquid's doing a good job managing this so far. And if you're Spirit, you're going to start getting frustrated. CT side nuke, and you're in this trade battle back and forth.
At least Shiro was able to hang on to the expensive weapon the AWP carried over. But yeah, looking down the rest of the line here, not a whole lot of money available for Team Spirit's defenses. Team Liquid have a great opportunity here for 5 rounds.
Good shot from Twist, instant headshot. Donk never got a chance to be involved. And Ultimate still doing work at this lower bomb site. Bomb in hand, but making sure he's covering his teammate. It's Spirit back to pistols. Fleshing out this buy around the AWP that Shiro managed to save. He'll have that towards Mini to look towards Squeak Door. Smoked off now by Team. Gonna show like they want to drop down towards Secret. It's gonna be an upper hit. That's where Shiro is positioned.
Utility going into the back of the bomb site to try and make things uncomfortable for Magic, but smoked and can maintain his position, and Team Liquid not going forward yet.
I think Spirit might actually gamble stack this. They're telegraphed to this double pump. You throw a little bit of utility to force out the defensive nades and just re-exec on the bomb site, but Spirit's not getting fooled by that. They know exactly what's coming. This is going to be a really hard take, especially if any utility is off the mark. 4 defenders here.
Molly's into the back of the bomb site, and we've got Shiro looking at door. He comes back to it just in time. Now an AK picked up from Magic. Oh, Team Liquid, this could get very, very worrying. So 40 seconds left. They decide, let's not keep running into that. Let's take a moment to pause. We've got a little bit of time, and they're waiting for those reactions, those rotations. Magics to lose his
They
life
need to come
against
back.
Nerds.
Nerds has already heard 1 or 2 drops, so he's just saying, come on back, boys. I have vent covered. I got 1 kill. There might be 1 more in the upper bomb site. Be careful, but nobody can hurt you while I'm here.
He's just watching that vent now. Clears out towards heaven. Donk's coming back up the vent, looking for his timing to go. Can he win this fight? Yes, he can. Nerds goes down. AK now in the hands of Donk as he wants to move forward, but Ultimate's ready to decapitate him. He looks to Chopper. Damage done onto him as well. Now Shiro coming up through Secret. A long way off getting back into this round still for Team Spirit. When it comes down to this fight against Ultimate, he's just going to tuck in behind. Doesn't even want to fight. Chopper now with an AK. How has JKS let that go? And now Ultimate does damage to close it. And Team Liquid celebrate because that comes way too close.
Well, we were wondering at his level. We were wondering at Ultimate because he did have that tough game, but looking to bounce back. 10-2 for Ultimate. He's had big impact kills. Now at the close of a round, previously at their open in the lower bomb site. They don't win this without him. Nerds struggled to contain Donk coming up the vent, but he's the entire reason Liquid is able to rotate back into that bomb site. Big impact from him, even in perhaps a disappointing finish to his round.
He's going to come into today with dreams of playing in the Spodek in his home country. Coming into a top-tier professional team out of nowhere, halfway through the season last year.
And you got to appreciate him calling his shot, saying, I'm hoping that you're going to support me when we're in the playoffs.
He's 10-2 right now in the first 7 rounds of play against Team Spirit.
Okay, another smoke wall and another cross, but Liquid only made noise with 1, with the first player. Everyone else coming along quietly, so Chopper has no indication of numbers.
Chopper waiting first. Nerds, going to clear him out without an issue. Great work from Nerds, and that opens up all of the pathway here for Team Liquid. Shiro's going to try and close it. Great shot on Twist. A little bit more required here from Shiro to really start thinking about this for Team Spirit. The Molotov clears him out, and so he can no longer fight.
Where's the rest of Spirit is the question, too. Donk and Shiro in ramp room. Zontic's shifting over as well. If they go for this, it's going to be a really, really late attempt at this retake. But they might... Yeah, they're just going to come in... I don't even know.
I think they realize because there's no real plan, because there's no real opportunity to get back into this, it has to be the safe call.
Dude, Liquid's won 2 strats. they've ran like secret walk and ramp walk.
It's just such simple but effective Counter-Strike in the moment.
They had that upper pump and upper hit in the previous round, but outside of that, it's just been kind of grouped up, and it's kind of cool because you're almost taking away the sense of like Spirit being the best team in the world, having just won the major, best player in the world. You know this is a really strong unit and team, and their protocols, their rotations, everything's going to be on point. Liquid's kind of taking that away from them by not playing this more spread default where you can read kind of what the idea that Liquid is trying to execute. This is very much grouped up trade game, and essentially when you spot us, we're already at our finishing move.
And the fact that they're getting these opening kills and they're
getting a lot of
trade,
room too.
It's just ending the rounds immediately because you can't really go back for the retakes a lot of the time with the lack of money and resources that Team Spirit have had throughout this half.
This is a tech pause, but I imagine if there's going to be a tactical coming up, the conversation for Spirit is like, guys, we can't keep letting them have all this shit for free. Like if they're just walking behind these smokes, why aren't we breaking them? Why aren't we spamming them? Why aren't we harassing, throwing Molotovs, delaying? Anything possible. Yesterday against Na'Vi, Chopper and Spirit were very, very good at rotating down the vents and always having a player maintaining that position, right? Like every time IEM crossed a secret, they had someone down there ready to control and contain and keep information. That's not the case today. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's been a really tough start to the game here for Team Spirit. Everybody looks dejected at the moment. Chopper just getting back into his game.
I wonder if maybe there was something like, because Sontix has been the secret guy too, and I feel like yesterday was Chopper a lot against Na'Vi. Zontic's normally over that ramp player, so maybe a game plan to be like, you know what, we can give up a ramp a little bit against this team. We can risk a couple of rounds and have him elsewhere to kind of bolster outside, to bolster the upper site, or just to hold on to secret. At least at the moment, it's not working. Ultimate's got 108 ADR.
You know, reading into this too much is maybe a bad thing, but the fact that you got a tech issue, it might just freeze out just a tiny bit because they're on incredibly hot form to get things off.
They're the ones who are kind of bummed about this like little pause in the action for sure. But again, I think they're going to be so confident in how they've played this so far. Like if you're Liquid, you're like, okay, our game plan is working. Our ideas are all firing on all cylinders. We've done some great prep and figured things out. Yeah, so Chopper just
Get a little restart in. So needs to log back into Steam. Open up CS, join the server again, Jason. So shouldn't be too far away from getting that done. But it does sort of freeze out the start of the Team Liquid have just been mowing them over and give a moment to breathe for Team Spirit. Even though they can't communicate, they can sort of just go into their own heads.
Yeah, and individually, that's like, this is where you're coming up with ideas. You know, this is where individually it's like, okay, what have I seen? What have they, you know, what do we know they've been executing? How can I disrupt this? What can I do? How can I use a teammate to make this a little bit more uncomfortable for them?
Yeah.
I feel like Chopper's just playing like Minesweeper. Like, admins aren't like, you know, putting anything out. They're not taking over. They're just like watching him select which mine to sweep. There we go.
Do they even come with Minesweeper on PCs anymore, Jason?
I have no idea.
Don't think so.
I don't know.
I think the last time Minesweeper was on a PC was like 2005.
Hey, don't bash Minesweeper.
All right, headset back on. Admin's walking away. And the game will get back underway.
All good. Nothing too crazy, not too long of a delay. So Liquid's going to get right back into things. It's 6-2 in the favor of Team Liquid. Elimination game here at IEM Katowice. Both these teams meeting in the lower bracket of their group. Losing team goes home. Winner moves on to play one more match for a spot in the playoffs.
All right, so Chopper comes back in to play with an MP9 on his back. The rest of his teammates will have rifles and an AWP for Shiro. Team Liquid looking to try and continue their success out of the tech pause. And it's been a lot of simple Counter-Strike so far from Team Liquid. Outside smokes and the gathering of forces inner at the moment. Zontix is back to his normal position here at ramp.
Showing that same smoke wall they've utilized a number of times, but want to attack ramp like they have done a number of times. This time Zontix just going to drop the Molotov, slow their progression. Shiro slides over with the AWP. So a change this time with Zontix's presence in the ramp room is like, you guys ain't getting it for free. So for the first time perhaps in this half, Team Spirit has made Team Liquid consider Plan B.
What does that Plan B look like?
Well, there's two more smokes, so you can set up another smoke wall, which if you're going to send everyone outside is going to be quite necessary. Team Spirit very stationary on the map at the moment. Chopper has dropped down to secret from vents. Donk and Magic's in the upper bomb site. Zontix and Shiro towards ramp room. That AWP's going to start moving now.
Still getting to use those two smokes. Now they'll cross. Nertz, he's going to have a fight against Chopper, and that MP9 does a lot of damage, but Nertz still comes out on top of it. Now they accelerate. 20 seconds left to get onto that bomb site. Here's Donk, waiting, rifle, good for two, and Donk finally taken out by JKS, but Zontix is the next play they've got to deal with, and he's waiting. Ultimate comes in, and Zontix gets nearly a double, but it's the pause. It's the fact that he's wasted all the time, and the bomb's down. There's no way in for Liquid, and out of the tech pause into round victory. Team Spirit finally answered back.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Donk this time just fast on the rotate. He's got to be sensing with the way that they're playing so grouped up and spread out. He doesn't have to kind of delay and wait and like be cautious about some kind of alert, cautious about some kind of a follow-up play. Just hustle down the vents and get to the point of attack. Good early warning system provided by Chopper to get him in the right position at the right time for a double kill. And Team Spirit mounts some resistance. But they've yet to win 2 rounds in a row on this CT side. Liquid has always had a response.
Ultimate with utility ready to go into the upper bomb site. Let's see if Team Liquid go on this first wave of utility. They absolutely are going on it. Chopper and Magic's though, first 2 kills. Donk coming in main. He's closed this up. And Team Liquid do not break through. Good kill back from Ultimate though. That might reopen an opportunity.
Yeah, and he's been a beast so far.
He's got Nertz alongside of him as well. 2 very hard hitters still alive for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they'll slow this down while the smoke fades. Nert's going to make it down towards vents, throwing a little bit of fake. Maybe trying to pull them to rotate through vents for Ultimate. And Magic's might just buy it. He might actually just wander into this crosshair. Big fight for Ultimate, and he wins it. Huge frag. He's down low at 8 HP, but Nertz and Ultimate have found an opportunity to get into the round.
Great work from Nerds to shroud how many players drop down into the vent. Magic still considered it, just loses the fight. Now Zontix, he's clearing out the bomb site towards double doors. He's not seeing anything at the moment. There's no presence from any Team Liquid players continuing to push down to B, so Team Spirit just have to pause.
Interesting smoke, though. That can allow Zontix to get up.
Shiro is worried that he's getting wrapped. I have no idea where they could be. 24 seconds left. Nert's now coming into main. Shiro is still panicking about a flank around the backside, which does open up the chance for Team Liquid to move ever closer into the upper bomb site. Shiro getting hungry for info. Finally peeking out towards top heaven. Smoke to main. Shiro will know now they're down in the bomb site. Grenade goes in, denies the plant, no time. Oh, huge nade from Shiro. And Nertz does not want to die after the time here, but that's exactly what's going to happen.
Nice attempt. Maybe just got away with them at the end. Beautiful job from Shiro, playing it passively, not letting anyone know his position. An unfortunate ultimate with the low HP holding onto the bomb. The nade just seals the round, almost pulling that together in a 2v4.
Yeah, this grenade just perfectly lined up, and ultimate being on 8 HP. No shot at getting that plant down. Good discipline from Shiro. And this strong lead for Team Liquid is stalled out now. Donk just dealing with ultimate outside, running dry with a pistol. It's Glocks for the rest.
Yeah, Donk might want to flex here a little bit. Looking for that cross. Finally 2 rounds straight for Team Spirit. 1 round remaining in the half after this one is all said and done. Only, as you mentioned, unarmored pistols. This round should be a clean win for Team Spirit. And Nertz, despite going down after time, isn't in the worst position. 1200, you get 2 rounds of a losing bonus. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be perfect, but you can manage.
Yeah, it's not like his teammates have much more money than him right now as well. Zontix to take Nertz away, and the Glock's just trickling on down into the ramp from Shiro. Okay, P250 to that headshot. Nap is about to get grenaded. Before that happens, the M4 headshot is in from Zontix. So very quickly, Team Spirit have tied up this gap.
Yeah, and if you're Liquid as well, you knew this wasn't going to be easy. You obviously started this half very, very strong, but you knew there was always going to be a rebuttal from Team Spirit, some resistance. This championship quality is not an easy thing to overcome. These are obstacles you would have known are going to be in your face today. Final round of the first half. Liquid trying to take a 2-round advantage as they switch sides. Spirit trying to tie things up.
And the damage inflicted upon Nertz dying after the time has left him with a Galil going into the last round of this half. And it wasn't a half of Nertz success outside like we've seen against Mouse. Different look from Team Liquid.
Yeah, this is Zontix probably during that tech pause, just kind of coming up with this game plan where he's like, all right, I know the execute they're doing. I can just drop this Molotov, so great. You have your... Oh, they're coming through it.
Oh, they're
coming
going right through it.
But look how much they burned.
Yeah, but they still got the kill and no one went down. And now they're putting pressure on Shiro. 2 mollies into him, so he gets forced away by Util. And Team Liquid, they fight for ramp control, and they're going down. But look at the rotation. 2 players have come back. Chopper and Donk, they're smoked out of the control room.
Yep, they have plenty of utility. Liquid, it's broken open.
Oh.
Big fight, extended fight. Nicely done. Donk and Chopper shut it all down.
Yeah, he gets that 3rd kill as well for the defensive Team Spirit with Donk, and now Naf and Nertz left to try and pull this one back. Nertz fighting with a Galil against Magix on top of the hype, but it's not going to work out. And Naf now left alone 1v4. What a start from Team Liquid on this T side. But ever since that tech issue, ever since that pause, it's been Team Spirit winning every single round to tie up this half.
Such cool adaptations from both teams. Like, you know, Zontix doing that Molotov behind their ramp execute. Liquid's like, all right, he did that last time. So if it happens again, we're running through the Molotov. Works perfectly. Get the kill. But then Spirit's like, okay, well, if they're going to smoke this off, we're going to break it. We got 2 down here really quickly. Beautiful fight, beautiful little micro changes to the way that you handle different scenarios and different protocols. And Naf is left in an impossible clutch.
And I'll come back down the stairs. Chopper just around the corner. Let's see what Naf can get, and it's nothing extra. It's a tie game here between Team Spirit and Team Liquid on this last chance day in Katowice.
Liquid kicked off this underdog campaign with a nice hot start on Nuke, up 6-2, but the reigning champions responded. They had a rebuttal, and Team Spirit tied things up right as we enter halftime. We switch sides. Spirit's offense about to get underway with Chopper at the helm. Team Liquid going to be defending on Nuke against them to try and take this first map. Their map pick in this elimination series at IEM Katowice.
Lots of utility coming into this pistol round for Team Spirit. And it's quick.
Upper
Door
rush.
blasted open. Magic's on the front run. And no one here from Team Liquid. They've given them the space to play with, so it comes down to a retake. And they're pushing through ramp really quick. Look at this. Nerds, Naf combo, Jewel Berettas, but Zontic's holding.
Yeah, but you know it's coming. You come back out to lobby to defend against this, and it might not matter. Naf's got two.
Naf just rapid the kill on those Jewel Berettas. Now 4v3. Team Liquid hold the player advantage, but they've still got to fight their way back into the bomb site. And that's the difficult part. Here comes Naf into that fight against Donkey. Wins it with a Jewel Berettas. 3 in the round for him before he finally goes down, so it's all on Shiro to close for Spirit. And they're coming in quick here, Team Liquid.
No
that
kit.
defuse stuck. It's the full 10-second stick around the corner. Shiro's not in a position to fight this. Needs to get past JKS, and that is not allowed to happen. Team Liquid will collect a pistol to kick off this second half.
Beautiful retake, but it's all credit to Naf. Triple kill with the dualies in lobby on his own. Basically a 1v5 for Naf in that position, and he needed to have those kills to alleviate the pressure so the retake could begin elsewhere. That's an awkward way to get a kill, but, you know, we take it. It's the first one, and it opens up access for this. And then some sharpshooting and great cover from JKS. Triple kill from Naf, who had a quiet first half, but a very loud start to this one.
So, Donk on the Deagle. Nothing really to talk about other than that.
You cannot lose this round if you're Liquid. This is one of those rounds if you're an underdog against an incredible team. You must win it.
Here comes Donk. Into the site, one Deagle. And all of his teammates going down around him. Shiro even burning now as we speak. And we take something special delivered by Donk. And he's spotted and taken out by Nerds. Shiro will topple, and Team Liquid deal with it with ease. 4 players stay alive, building that money on the CT side, and an 8-6 scoreline rings out.
First gun round coming into this second half. AK-47s across the board for Team Spirit. See what kind of approach they want. We got a sense of how Team Liquid wanted to play that team side. It was very effective. Grouped up, trade game, simplistic, but effective. As Chopper gonna marshal the troops. Down by 2.
Naf walking into his hut. Chopper ready to go. Bucket of utility waiting to try and unleash his teammates into the upper bomb site. Yep. Ultimate's going to have it in hand. Naf will be set up by it. There goes the flash. Naf going into the peak. Oh, they're blinded. They turn away. And they body block each other. Naf has the ramp push coming in to clean it up. He flicks up and spots Zontix. Chopper and Zontix having to fight their way back into this.
Scale it back. You got the huge advantage. 3-on-2. It was a 5-on-3. Chopper and Zontix punishes maybe a little bit too far. But what a beautiful trap set up by Liquid. A beautiful flash from Ultimate and a lobby crunch that sends Spirit reeling. Ultimate staying disciplined. Gonna peek off the contact from JKS.
Team Spirit just needed some time to regroup the 2 players back together. Zontix goes forward into JKS, and with that distraction set up, Ultimate peeks down into lobby, and the first buy round for Team Spirit is put flat by Team Liquid's trap.
That's a absolutely beautiful round from Liquid. I love that. Especially, it's so lucky in one sense that it's called in this round when an upper execute is being lined up. It's the perfect signal for Ultimate to chuck out that flashbang as soon as utility starts raining in from the T roof. You know they're lining up to exploit an attack behind the Molotovs. So the flashbang couldn't be more perfect. Donk gets completely blind, steps in front of Magic's crosshair. He can do nothing. And Naf has an easy double kill. It feels like when we see these cams of Spirit players,
They look frustrated.
yeah, but frustrated not necessarily because of No, frustrated for a lot of reasons, I think.
Someone jump me.
Sorry,
I
fucking sick.
can
Fucking sick. You just fucking full sended it like an animal inside.
Just on
with that
grass.
89.
Jump me for us. So I can buy full net.
They did full set, Jason. They full set.
I think there's a combination of things. I think obviously the frustration that you're getting beat by a team that you feel like probably isn't on your level, but also I imagine if we talk to the Spirit players after this map, if we were to go one by one and chat with all of them, they think they're playing like absolute crap right now.
By their own standard, they kind of are. Ultimate watching outside. First fight goes down, it's Nerds to win it. Ooh, dink. That kind of range as well. Scares them off, and Donk's going to win that fight against Nerds, so the numbers evened out. JKS making the rotation down, and that opens up a chance, a timing window for Zontix to move into it before Ultimate had rotated to watch the angle. Now JKS holds, but it's only one kill, and that bomb is going to go down. Donk plants it for the ramp post plant.
Huge win for Spirit. Naf and Twist can't go for this whatsoever. A knockout punch. 4-on-5 converted off the AK kill from Donk. He finds Nerds, and you lose one just a little bit too early. Great lurk from Zontix on top of that. That is a huge impact kill. One tap with the Tech 9 onto Ultimate, who ate a couple of long-range awkward dinks in that round.
He really did. Not having a fun time. Yeah, just that window of opportunity opened up for Zontix. He moved through at the perfect time. You know, if he was a second later, then Ultimate's rotated to that position.
Liquid's going to be okay. They got plenty of money for a buy. Ultimate will have an AWP in the next round. Another pair of M4 is going to come out of Nerds and JKS. Problem is, money's gone after this investment, so this is a swing round. This is Spirit and Chopper looking at this situation and the money that they'll have and saying, this is our best opportunity to break them right now and push to tie things up and gain some momentum in this second half.
Oh, the AWP's out here for Ultimate. This was Chopper's play through smoke. Zontix. Oh, it's just so good with the Tech 9. JKS gets a double here. If he's able to get rid of Donk, then rounds back on as well. Couple of moments there that could have been recovered for Team Liquid.
Small detail too, what lets Zontix make that play is JKS running downstairs because he wants to beat the time to get to control side windows.
Speed for Zontix out in towards the A bomb site. Heaven swing from Naf.
Safe.
Destroyed. No chance for Team Liquid. You mentioned the ramifications of losing such a round. All their money would be drained from their accounts. So Team Spirit called the upper bust, and it's a knockout blow immediately.
That's why you have to save if you're Team Liquid. I mean, I don't think you're going to be looking at this round as one you're going to go for regardless, but especially because of the money. You just say, we have another buy in the next round without having to invest a whole lot, and that builds up some money for the future as well. So Liquid just get beat on an upper rush. Naf the only defender, and way too much to do. So 9-8. Spirit closed the gap to just one round.
I think this is also just a testament to how difficult a Team Spirit is to play against when, like you said, most of these players would acknowledge they're not having their best game today. They're not playing their best Counter-Strike, yet it's still a scoreline of 9-8.
I don't even think they'd be super frustrated individually. I think they probably feel like they're all on different pages than each other. They're looking around being like, why are you making this play in this situation?
Sure.
This one is the one that should have been
Maybe
made.
needs recalibration.
Yeah, it just feels like the comms aren't quite there. The synergy isn't as much as they'd like it to be at the moment. Upper rush again. This time, Zontix is stopped.
Magic's coming out this time, though, and he won't be stopped. Twist looking the wrong way, had no teammates defending his backside. And that's the site taken. And Team Liquid, it's a very similar round to the previous one.
This one you can try for, though, because you got the kill. And you have Ultimate with this advanced position of Chopper. That needed to be a frag. That needed to be a hit from Ultimate. Now you might choose to save and back off.
It's not looking good here for Team Liquid's chances of getting back in on this retake. And time is ticking on, and there's just a resmoke coming down. There's no way into it. So Team Liquid, it's a frustrating back-to-back round, but they have to go for the save here.
And it's okay, because it's all right, because the losing bonus is still building, so you're just going to have all the money you need to replenish your utility. Because you saved in the previous round as well, you're going to have money to drop over to Twist if he needs an M4 moving forward. But you have to be really careful with this if you're Team Liquid, because if you keep getting locked out of opportunities to retake and fight for this round, such a good map you've played up to this point, if you get caught in this cycle where you can't go for retakes and saving is the smarter decision, it's going to feel like this map just slipped away from you, just like whimpered and faded away out of your grasp.
But they need a timeout to address this because that upper bomb site getting blasted that way in back-to-back rounds, despite getting the opening kill on Zontix.
Yeah. Chopper and Hallie on the other side are just like, yep, check mark. We've actually just forced a timeout out of Team Liquid. They don't know how to handle this at the moment. They have to have a conversation because it's not just about stopping and defending that upper bomb site against the rush. That part would be easy. It's about doing it in a way that doesn't weaken you so much elsewhere on the map that you can't respond to any change from Spirit. Because right now Chopper's saying, all right, I'm in the lead. I have Liquid, like, you know, dancing to my tune. I've got them really paranoid about these upper hits that we've been able to rinse and repeat. We've gone down towards Secret. I've got a couple of wins in different parts of the map, and now I can start feeling myself and opening up the playbook and getting a little crazy. So Team Liquid, as the score gets tied up, have to find a solution. It's been 3 in a row for Team Spirit's offense to tie this up at 9.
Outside smoke execute here for Team Spirit. A different look, but Zontix still applying pressure towards door. Molotov towards Nerds at main. And Twist is going to have a peer off the top of hut. Zontix this time not rounding the corner. And then the advanced setup into the trophy room. JKS pushing all the way through radio. Oh, he's being watched though. Magix has eyes on this. Dink landed for JKS. And Ultimate is hoping he can peel away with one, but he might get peeked by 2 players. And Team Liquid's aggression does not pay off. And once again, Team Spirit have huge opening advantages.
Yeah, they're falling apart. I don't even think Nerds realized Donks got over to Secret. Runs all the way back towards Heaven. You need, if you're going to win this round, a heroic performance from somebody, from an individual. An individual play is all that brings you back.
Is anybody even in a position to have one of those moments, though? That's the problem.
No, I feel
look where they are on the map.
Yeah, I feel like Naf and Nerds are, I mean, they're kind of primed for the save. They're sort of hoping that maybe Spirit push towards underneath Heaven.
Yeah, they're just not in a position to compete for this.
But Donk's already down in Secret and encountering no resistance. So Spirit's just going to march into this bomb site. Chopper will lead the way. It's going to be wide open. So another save for Team Liquid. This time in a 3v5 makes plenty of sense. But as I mentioned, you're now hitting this streak of rounds, 3 in a row, where Spirit has gotten into a bomb site, gotten the kills that are necessary to make it so you can't even think about fighting for the round.
And this round wasn't necessarily even Team Spirit getting into the bomb site. This was Team Liquid's plan out of the timeout not working. You know, their aggression into ramp room, or out of ramp room into lobby, was just being watched by Team Spirit. They were anticipating a play like that.
I thought that would line up for Ultimate to have the first contact with the AWP, but JKS just kept moving forward. And Ultimate slides into an angle where he can't get away. Spirit's coming for these weapons. They want to take as much away, deny the possibility of Team Liquid saving. There's one gone and out of the fight. More flashbangs rain over. Chopper can't get that kill. Smoke to protect them. And 2 M4s survive to the next round in Nerds and Naf, but that's fighting tooth and nail just to bring weapons forward.
In that kind of situation, then with Team Liquid CT defense, they're going to call another timeout here, but with JKS continuing forward, do you think this is the idea, or do you think this is a micro decision from JKS?
I am not actually sure. I don't know. I wouldn't like it as the idea. I wonder if they thought there was something happening elsewhere on the map that he could exploit. But at least that risk doesn't pay off. But I mean, you have to look at it in the sense that, you know, it's easy to kind of criticize that as a risk from this angle. But then we also saw that kind of lobby crunch previously that's very similar, very hyper-aggressive, that works out a little bit more planned with a little more utility. This is more JKS trying to catch a player snoozing or looking at a different direction, trying to catch maybe that solo lurk in lobby over towards Squeak Door. And it just doesn't pan out. And I mean, even if you make that aggressive play, you still have Ultimate as kind of the backup. It's just he didn't provide anything either. And
yeah,
then all of a sudden it's like, well...
He gets double peaked as well. Not a lot of money left over for Team Liquid, and really starting to run out of chances to remain competitive here on Nuke. If they lose this round, Team Spirit will be getting to the end of the road. Oh, a little gap looked tantalizing, but Shiro to stop Nerds from getting that pick on Donk, and they know they've now lost control of Secret.
Yeah, and look at Ultimate as well. He took a ton of damage to try and get a pick over towards Squeak Door, down to 11 HP. So your Opper's in a situation where he's going to want to bail out and save relatively quick if the round gets at all sketchy.
Kind of reboost Ultimate up into the rafters.
JKS is downstairs at control.
Yeah, Team Liquid would be in a situation right now where they felt like they haven't even competed in the last few rounds of the CT side here, but this 5v4, at least they have standing in it.
Well, they know it's happening as well on the map in a sense that they know Spirit's just kind of hit a pause button, probably spread out around the map, looking for a reaction, a push of some sort that hasn't come yet. But that's maybe the last timing that Liquid can create for themselves because they've got no more smokes. Just a Molotov on JKS and NAF to block off choke points, but no smokes to deny access or vision.
30 seconds. That's all that's left here for Team Spirit. They got Donk down at the beginning of the round.
And if JKS dies here, it's another save.
And he's going to charge in. This is the fight for the round win. And Donk is going to pick it up. NAF also falling in tandem. And so Team Spirit pull into a 5 versus 2, and Team Liquid have to save again. 11-9. Money is draining from a number of Team Liquid players, and so are their chances here on the opening map.
And this right now, this is what we're seeing is the difference between championship team and a team trying to build into that, is the fact that Chopper and Team Spirit have sensed that they've gained control of this game, and they just continue to lean on it. No reprieve, no breathing room, running things very similarly because they just keep working, and Liquid don't have the solution.
And only Ultimate getting to save his weapon. Disastrous here for Team Liquid.
I mentioned that Mongols game series where in the minds of Liquid they feel like that was one very much within their reach, very much that they had won and let slip away. At least Nuke is going to feel very similar.
This is unfortunate for Nerds. Going to be very frustrated that he just got spotted by Shiro as he was watching Donk cross.
At 9-6 and can't stop Spirit in any of the last 5 rounds.
And the second half started with a really cool round from Team Liquid.
Can't even slow them down. Can't even fight for a retake. Complete domination in the last 5 for Team Spirit.
Zontex has been a nuisance out of door as well. Has been catching some great timings. You've seen it last round. He comes in a little bit later and grabs NAF with his knife out, or shuffling through nades. Number of rounds where he's come out first out of door. Ultimate looking to try and catch them outside. The smokes disperse for a moment, but he doesn't detect anybody.
Liquid going to boost back up into the rafters. That's going to be Nerds put in this position. So Spirit show outside. They show a wall cross that Donk has been utilizing a number of times. It's made JKS nervous. He's dropped down to the lower bomb site. Team Spirit lining back up for an upper hit just as Liquid shifts. They have a rough defense here at the upper site.
Well, they need Twist to step up with at least something here in the FAMAS, and then you look at NAF at the back of the bomb site. Ultimate's dive down. Oh, just get behind cover at the right time. He comes out for the peak. Nerds has got one on Magics, and Team Liquid holding on. They've got multiple kills, but it's Shiro and Donk to try and pull this back. And Naf makes sure that Donk does not deliver, but Shiro's got the bomb in his back. And we've seen him clutch against Na'Vi in this lower bomb site yesterday. This one's going to be a lot more tough because JKS is at the control room, and I think with the angle he's got so deep out to that other side of the window, Shiro just wasn't going to look there. 10 rounds for Team Liquid, finally with some stopping power.
Yeah, there we go. That's how they needed it to get done, even with a couple of, not miscues, but almost near misses, I should say. Ultimate almost getting caught on that door swing initially, but a beautiful op shot to keep Twist alive. And they rotate back to the correct positions at the perfect moment. 11-10 in the final timeout used by Spirit. They need 2 rounds to escape with this map that's just been so difficult for them to get through. The frustration to start this map that continued up until this streak that they've had of 5 rounds. Equally for Liquid, making the tough decision to save round after round, not to fight for them, waiting for the round that is the perfect moment to get back into this.
And that one could have been it.
Plenty of money for Spirit, though, after that 5-round streak. They got no cash flow issues for the rest of this game.
Flash outside to activate Naf for a peek. Nert's going to spam with him, but Donk is going to win that fight against Nert's outside. Now JKS under pressure, throws the utility down to buy himself more time.
Yeah, good piece of nades, good piece of Molotov to just slow them down, stop them from access. Smoke going to follow it up. Spirit will be happy with that. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock as that smoke plumes. Naf, ooh, there was a timing that could have been awkward there. But the timing he missed is them repositioning from Secret towards Big Garage. That would be a perfect piece of information a Liquid have.
Chopper and Shiro moving together with a bomb on their backs.
When does Naf spot it?
Never, because he drops down into the bomb site.
Yeah, but you have to make a decision now if you're Liquid. You have to push lobby, you got to push out mini and retake outside. You have to do something. You cannot sit in the upper bomb site. So they're going to take the risk over towards Squeak Door.
And they're going to start moving forward. They're going to meet Zontix and Donk if they continue to walk.
Play the smoke fade.
Donk is so low in HP. Zontix is the one that needs to do the heavy lifting, and Donk still lands the shot. There's a kill from Magic on the lower bomb site, and it's just Ultimate stuck in ramp. Team Liquid have populated the A bomb site. Plant is in. Ultimate with eyes on Donk. He kept his health, and so we'll give him a chance. A small opportunity here for Ultimate.
Spirits had sent all 3 players at this hunt. They need to take this op away. There's no money for Team Liquid, and Spirit know it. And
yeah, Magic's around the back. No way he can get out until Ultimate gets that 6th sense. He turns back, he reads the play, and he's allowed to save now. So he gets back in behind the smoke, and he'll drop away to carry the AWP into the next. But they're not too far off this hunt, Jason. This could get very messy for Ultimate right at the end if they continue to force their issue. And here comes Chopper. They want to get rid of this. They know how impactful it could be if they get rid of this AWP. Team Liquid could just be shattered here and now. And Ultimate holding on to it. Chopper going down. And Shiro is the last wave of attack. And Ultimate hits the shot at the end. At least they have the op.
yeah, and it will not just the op, but he's got the money to drop weapons over to a teammate, which is so critically important. To have an extra rifle in play. Actually, that extra rifle he drops gives them a full buy. Final timeout for Team Liquid.
Need 2 in a row just to get overtime here.
Yeah, 10 to 12. A crazy turn. It's been a 6-1 run to get to this point.
I mean, one of the talking points we had coming into the game is Nertz is the highest rated player so far at the event. Can he match up against Dawn? Can he get the firepower continuing here for Team Liquid into a game of this importance? And so far, Nertz has not had that kind of game.
And I mentioned that he didn't really have to. You don't have to have that blow-up game like 1.5 rating. But what we're missing is like in that previous round, his duel at range with Donk that gets Donk down to 6 HP, whatever it was. That's a fight Nertz needs to win.
And Donk wasn't actually even on him. Like he had to readjust his crosshair mid-spray and still did it.
He was looking at the player jiggling over towards midi, and Nertz even had a jump on him. And those are the fights that have to be there. That's so high impact.
Well, great drop down here for Donk onto main. He's going to keep going. Oh, God, Nertz, it gets worse. Donk just dives into his main. Nertz can do nothing about this round, and this is it. Truly, this is it. Now Nuke is over. Twist goes down. Team Spirit collapse upon Team Liquid, and they take the opening map of Nuke. Team Liquid's chances of survival here in Katowice have dramatically dropped.
Weather's nice, Donk gets to party, and now we're getting out long quick.
Well, this would be the first win for Team Liquid on Dust2. Let's see if they can pull it off. Twist and JKS together at the long wall while Ultimate takes the initial attention. See Shiro coming out, Donk to what? How has he done that? He just takes both defenders out instantly, and now Ultimate having to pick up the scraps, and he's doing what he can. He's got himself 2 headshots, and he'll go into the corner. They come towards him. Ultimate with another headshot is picking up this round for Pistol, and rather Liquid, and now Magic's trying to get away. He's got a molly. That's going to get rid of Ultimate. That's going to burn him to a crisp, force him into the open, and now Magic's could clutch it up against Naf. This Pistol's had it all on long, and Magic's wants it for Spirit. Naf trying to get back in behind cover, and he'll have a moment to breathe.
Yeah, and he still knows he has the bomb down as well. Magic's heads-up duel. This is just who's going to hit the headshot first, and Magic's finishes the work that Donk began, and it's a pistol for Spirit.
That's so crazy. We gotta see that from Donk's perspective on the long play. Look kind of nuts from Ultimate's POV.
There's no indication. That's just Donk being supremely confident that he's going to swing and he's going to be able to get a kill. And I mean, you just get kind of lucky that they're lined up along the wall. Liquid trying to set up that flashbang to turn the corner off Ultimate's contact, and that timing of how long that flashbang has to travel is just really kind of sometimes awkward for those two players waiting.
That was an awkward pistol. You know, it was teetering on the edge, going either way.
It's a brawl pistol.
Ultimate doing what he can, but Team Liquid are going to have to rely on a force buy back here in the second round. MP9's on 3 players, 5-7s for 2.
Trying to set up a trap much like they did on Nuke in lobby, this time trying to do it around Xbox and middle. When contact is made by one of the 2 pairs of players, JKS and Ultimate on Catwalk, the other 2 get into a fight, but that's not the battle they wanted up on Catwalk, and Chopper puts an end to it before anything can really get sketchy.
Yeah, and that molly from Donk is going to heat twist up, force him back. Great sound cue, information picked up. Na'Vi really stressed Spirit out on Dust2 yesterday. Not able to get the job done and beat them in regulation, but pushed them to the brink. Every single round required. Magic's getting rid of Nerds. Naf and Twist left alone.
That's a player they're desperately going to need here on Dust2 Liquid if they're going to overcome Spirit and extend this series to a 3rd map. You need Nerds in a way you didn't have him on Nuke.
Oh.
Well, both players spotted in middle. Spirit will clean them both out. Twist bails out towards lower dark, but he's got to pause on the stairs and will eventually fall before this bomb goes off. So 2-0 for Team Spirit on Dust2. Next round, Liquid will come in with unarmored pistols. Not a whole lot of investment to make moving forward. They'll have to wait for the guns.
And Team Liquid, they don't have much money, yeah. As you mentioned, no guns coming out here. 3-0 lead for Team Spirit. Got to see them looking through their content pieces. That are some of their highlight moments from last year, Donk and Shiro. A lot of those moments would have been many career best moments for, all-time best moments for a lot of players. That's just 1 year of Counter-Strike. And a number of them on Dust2. Just a map they're so comfortable and they thrive on.
This is a map they did play in that quarterfinal matchup back at the Perfect World Shanghai Major as well. This was a 13-11 victory for Team Spirit, so Liquid was able to make it close without coming out on top. But again, timing just seems to be off with some of the nades and when they want to peak, and maybe it's just the aggression from Chopper with the MAC-10 wanting to farm up. Whatever it is, he gets past Liquid's utility, and it's 3-0 very quickly.
Yeah, 7-1 lead in terms of the start of the scoreline here for Chopper. 4K in that round with the MAC-10. So plenty of money picked up for the in-game leader of Team Spirit. Here comes the buy, though, for Team Liquid. All about for Ultimate. You mentioned wanting a big game here for Nerds. He's only going to have to play with FAMAS into the next rounds here.
Just to start, I think more than anything, Liquid on the CT side, we need to see what kind of conversation they've had to like change up this CT side versus their game plan on Nuke, which seemed to be some like almost cheesy, gimmicky kind of plays, some aggression, some pushes. And when you lose that, it just felt like Liquid was just kind of stuck not being able to rotate. Part of that is Nuke as a map.
Yeah, but there was no competition in the last few rounds over there. It was very flat from Team Liquid. Would love to have some energy and pick up some CT rounds here straight away on Dust2.
Well, Spirit's happy to take this first gun round a little bit cautiously, see if there is going to be any of that aggression. Currently clearing out lower dark. Zontix will be in position to watch the flank turn into a mid lurk later on in the round. We know Team Spirit like to take this mid and Xbox control, walk up catwalk as well. Scary thing for Team Liquid at the moment is this lean, this cheat towards the B bomb site. Ultimate is left alone at the A site with his op, so he's got to get away from railing. No catwalk control, no long A control, so Ultimate's going to have to hover between the two of them. And the important decision he'll have to make is when JKS deploys his defensive Molotov towards catwalk. What does Ultimate want to do with that? Does he want to shift back? Does he want to push towards long?
That's the catwalk execute tossed out by Team Spirit, but no one playing with it. They're going to be sending players out through the mid doors, and JKS is looking for that drop into CT, but look at this. They're walking up. There's still so many players, and now they detected JKS. Oh, he's looking for a lineup. His teammates in Twist, though, and Naf shut down the rest of Team Spirit and leave Shiro in the clutch alone. He goes to the Glock, but 20 seconds, no time for him to get that bomb back and get into a competitive position. So Team Liquid hold on.
Yeah, good. I mean, nice timing from JKS. Fortunate for him, unfortunate for Nerds, who gets shot in the back. Nobody really watching for that mid-walk progression. It's not too often you get a quiet mid to B split on Dust2. Normally there's footsteps, utility of some kind. But JKS was at least chaos. Taking down the bomb carrier, causing the first player to pause and wait, turn to fight, which exposes him to Twist, who's able to pop out and get an easy second kill.
Do you think that's a bit of experimentation from Team Spirit to see what they're going to be able to get away with? Just kind of see how contact they can be up to be.
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, look, Team Spirit like contact plays on this map. They contact mid, they'll contact you in the B halls, they'll contact off catwalk from time to time. So, I mean, they're not going to be afraid, especially when you have Donk leading the way, to turn that corner and kind of throw a little bit of confusion in terms of the kind of utility you're throwing to not signal your endgame. And now 5 players out long. This time, though, from Team Liquid, there is a bit of a push. It comes delayed. Nerds towards lower. And depending on how much information him and Twist can gain, they might be able to put this together in time to shift Naf away from the B bomb site. That timing's got to be soon, though. Naf is kind of waltzing his way over. No one in the A bomb site, playing catwalk and CT spawn.
Oh, gap in that smoke, and Donk's still able to react without getting punished by it.
Might be designed.
Could be, very well be. And Donk makes sure that he uses it if that is the case. So an opening kill here for Team Spirit. They've got one player watching the top mid push. That's Zontix. Here comes Chopper up on top. Great work for that Galil, but it's 1 for 1 as Twist answers back. 49 seconds left in play. And Zontix still waiting in middle. And this patience is about to pay off.
You're going to see this all half long. Zontix just kind of chilling in middle while his teammate takes over the A bomb site. Another kill would be spectacular. Weapons taken away from Liquid. Oh, and the final. Zontix showing off a little bit at the end of round 5, and Team Spirit have a 4-1 lead.
I mean, in the roles he gets, he doesn't often get those situations where he can thrive and shine, and that's a little example of what he's capable of in a pretty unforgiving role. Just has to be patient the entire time and strikes true when given the opportunity. Those are not easy shots to get the headshots through the doors there at that kind of range, but he makes it look easy. Frustrating here for Team Liquid, having to take their first timeout.
Headlines all on Nerds coming into the series as the top-rated player at the event. That's not going to be the case when all is said and done here today.
No.
But that's the positive headline. The other side of things is the struggles they're going through with Yakinder dropping out of the roster. He was kind of the idea board for Twist as an in-game leader, helped a lot with tactics, helped a lot organize things. So you might gain in terms of the performance of Nerds, but it's a lot more responsibility placed squarely on the shoulders of Twist. Mither there to help out as well. But missing that kind of right arm in terms of leading the team inside the server is always going to be difficult to overcome.
Yeah, there'll be a period of adaptation. Flash getting set up here. Twist going to unleash JKS and Nerds around the corner at short. Depending on the timing, this could get messy here. Shiro's coming close, but when does that flash come?
It'll come on contact, which is going to be too late.
Yeah, so the shot's going to ring out. Nerds is going to go down. JKS sent in, and just too many targets on the other side. So Twist goes forward, but Donk is just dealing with them. 3 kills in this round against Pistols, and Naf now in a duel against Zontix.
Hope Naf's done his homework on how Zontix likes to play this T side, because this will be an engagement that we could see frequently towards the end and mid-rounds. Whether it's a push like this into upper to clear things out, a push through middle, or just trying to search for that lurker as you begin a retake at the A bomb site, Zontix is going to be someone they're going to have to keep track of.
I think we did see Zontix sort of get planned around it, whether it was by Astralis or Na'Vi. Like, they were ready for him to be in the lower tunnels. You know, they know he's going to be there late round, and they were, well, I think it was Astralis. Cadian was coming in B, clearing lower tunnels in the late round, knowing that they're going to find Zontix somewhere around here, and that was just some preparation going into it that neutralized him a little bit. See if he's able to deal with Team Liquid on the CT side. Right now, not enough defense being posted.
Ultimate's got another chance with the ult. He spent A good amount of time looking for Shiro to jump spot down middle. Smoke pops, so he relocates as his vision is taken away. Lower control now provided by Donk and Zontix, going through their protocols to make sure they're not caught off guard. And once again, a lean towards the B bomb site for Team Liquid. Nerds, Twist, and Naf. Nerds will monitor mid from double doors. Naf watching tunnels. Meanwhile, catwalk take for Team Spirit. They're securing a lot of real estate on the map for the moment. And getting information that this defense is very passive, not peeking, not challenging or harassing. Which is going to give them space with which to execute. Lurk smoke at B, and they're going to get 4 players behind it while Chopper lurks, throws mid to B smoke, some kind of a distraction, some kind of anything in middle that will make the B defenders nervous.
Fire not spreading to Naf.
Good molly.
A little bit of sanctuary for Naf to make something happen here from behind the barrels, but that follow-up Molotov will force him into the open. Nerds goes down in window. Will they check for Twist? They absolutely will. Oh, frustrating that for Twist. 3 B defenders, and it's still not enough.
I mean, you can be as critical as you want on how that's played by Team Liquid, but at the end of the day, what are you supposed to do when Spirit hits those shots?
Nothing.
Everyone instantly dies. Naf forced into the open by the Molotov, which means he's not part of the trap. The crossfire is no longer nearly as effective. That triangle loses one of its angles. Nerds gets deleted. Twist gets deleted.
And they're just trying to hang on to the weapons. JKS and Longhouse for the M4 in the corner. Donk is already on a bit of a hunt. Doesn't have the most health in the world. Might go into the Longhouse late here, which would definitely favor JKS to hold on to the M4. Donk is not going to push forward, so able to save that M4 and AWP. Not a whole lot of money left around here, but with those 2 saved players, they can drop. So you can get 2 extra guns, and you'll get a full buy out here for Team Liquid. Yeah, these are just the shots they're landing. Yeah, Twist just, there's not much you can do about that. All of his teammates gone, you got nowhere to hide, just in the corner. Quick thumbs up for Chopper.
Yeah, he just made a meme.
Yeah.
Put him in that plaid lumberjack shirt.
He would look good in that.
Well, 6-1, and Mither's forced to burn a second timeout, trying to get Team Liquid on the CT side going. They've had nothing really positive to discuss, to talk about. It's been all Team Spirit here on Dust2 so far, but this is how Nuke opened up in the favor of Team Liquid, right? It was 6-2 in the favor of Team Liquid.
Sure.
And Spirit came coming back. It's possible, but they need a spark of some kind. They need ultimate, a triple kill with the op, some kind of crazy sequence. Nerds, a highly aggressive play that wins you a round. Something from anyone to change the vibe within Team Liquid, because those player cams looked like they were defeated already.
There's only been 5 CT rounds won so far by Team Liquid today.
Ultimate's gonna die.
He's waiting. Zontix is looking into the lower tunnels, now gets his crosshair back. Here comes the flash, and that's more like it. That's more of what Team Liquid wanted from those short, aggressive plays. Zontix gonna win the fight against Naf. Here comes Nerds continuing to shred them on short. And Ultimate has stayed committed to this. He couldn't fall back, so he didn't. He's holding on. As Zontix peeks into him, the Polish Opera will chime in, and Magic's now left without a round ahead of him.
That's a cool stalemate. That Ultimate just stands tall. He knows he doesn't have the space to retreat, so ready for the fight. Magix grabs one more. Yeah, this is more like it. A nice performance from Nerds, activated with the flashbang. Triple kills so far in the round, and one more to find. Magic's out in the open, can't connect. The shots goes down. Second round for Liquid out of the timeout. But this has to be the point where it all changes. This has to be the point where Liquid could go on a run and close the gap in this scoreboard and not let Spirit just immediately respond and have a big first half.
Ooh, frustration from Shiro. Timeout here for Holly.
His timeout's very effective. A lot of faith Team Spirit puts in him. Magic's talking about him as a sixth player, someone who can directly impact the game the same way the players can inside the server.
Yeah, said they definitely missed him in that game against Na'Vi a week ago when they were in the deep overtime game. Said it would have been closed out faster. He's a very helpful player.
Yeah, well, they beat him in that one. Yeah. They lost in this one when he's here.
They lost recently when he's here. So yeah, true. Maybe we just can't believe that at all. But he said that he's very important for the team in terms of keeping communication clear.
Well, that was clearly an issue on Nuke. In the early going, Team Spirit not coming in warmed up and looked disconnected. That changed quickly. Ultimate at car with the AWP. Shiro looking down middle. For the Team Liquid defense, it's Swiss and JKS to join him up over at the A bomb site. Naf and Nerds at this B site. We saw this vertical stack used by Na'Vi yesterday and get destroyed by Team Spirit. That was Shiro peeking into it, so the op made quick work of one player and then traded off. This time doesn't look like attention is going to be coming from B halls. It's twice now Team Liquid have stacked up 3 players at the B side. One time it's worked, one time it hasn't. But that is a signal to Team Spirit that they kind of have a sense of when they're falling back to the B bomb site. They have a read. After the aggression on Catwalk in the previous round by Nerds, Liquid play it much more passive, but they have no long control. And Ultimate's at railing. They're kind of like calling the bluff that no one is going to be coming out long quite yet, that they'll get the sound cue. But where do you play from here? This is normally a death sentence for a CT defense.
Ultimate burning as well, so he's forced more into the open. Have to fight long. He needed to nail that shot, and he doesn't, so JKS is asked off, and it was just too much to deliver for JKS. So overrun, and here comes a quick reply from Team Liquid. They're coming up short swiftly. Nerds is going to be the front man. The bomb yet to be planted.
Yeah, that's how that goes. If you don't control long or Catwalk,
yeah,
you've seen it play out a number of times. And I don't. Maybe it's Team Liquid thinking that Spirit's going to play a grouped up style, and most of the forces will be coming Catwalk, and they can largely ignore for a late lurk. But if that's the gamble that defense is leaning on, it's failed at least in this round.
And Nerds in an awkward fight here does not have a way back to safety. Donk going to catch him up on short. That's one of the save rifles gone.
And unlike Nuke, Spirit's not giving him the chance to save. They're coming and hunting these down. Different types of save on that map, but obviously here, Spirit does not want to let Liquid have any weapons to move forward with. They want to make this as painful as humanly possible. Naf should get away with the M4 as Zontix is low on health.
Team Liquid, they've got Spirit's boot on their throat right now, and it does not look like they're going to be able to wrestle them off at the moment.
Losses to Heroic at the Katowice play-in stage, or stage 1, excuse me.
Stage 1.
Stage 1. Lost to Spirit at the Shanghai Major, and a loss to Furia at the Shanghai RMRs
and
as
that's
well.
on Dust2.
That's 3 Dust2 losses for Team Liquid in their last 3 months. They have not won the map. To the 91% win rate of Team Spirit, who take down the best teams in the world on Dust2.
Pretty much every day, Jason. Yeah, it's definitely a huge disparity between the two squads on this particular map, and that's why losing Nuke is so devastating for Team Liquid.
And generally, in the history of Counter-Strike, we've talked about Nuke as like kind of your map pick and as your home map as a negative. Because it's been a map that's always lent itself to upsets with how popular it's always been, the style of play. You can have super aggressive, hyper puggy aim stars win you games on this map. But Spirit have found a lot of consistency in a map that we kind of called upset central. Donk, if you transfer that.
Just close the game, Liquid. Well, Nerds, he's behind the door, and he's taking a little bit of damage on board. Naf coming in to try and patch up the gap. Zontix 1 for 1, getting dinged through the door. Nerds still standing. He's not going to fall away. Reload comes in, he's got his teammate with him, and Twist is going to make quick work of Shiro as he tries to barrel through the double doors.
Shiro might actually slam the desk after that one. I think that's a shot he thinks he should have every day of the week. Magic's left alone again on the catwalk corner. Liquid battling back, keeping things doable, but not yet securing themselves any comfort. 30 seconds left for Magic's to put together this 1v3.
Yeah, and I think with that long flight from JKS, he sees that Magic's is in the middle, so that information's called he's probably pushed short. And so you can see Twist now ready to watch that drop down, and he's only got 20 seconds. Bombs in the possession of Team Liquid. Round done for Magic's. He realizes there's no real reason to even go into danger's way. Just trying to retreat, but he gets peeked from short while in a fight on the B ramp. And it'll be a third round for Team Liquid. And honestly, the majority of these rounds that have been picked up for Team Liquid have been off the back of Nert's multi-kills. He had one on short and one here through the mid doors.
Yeah, he's lucky to be alive at different stages in this round. Important trade from Twist on towards Donk. But yeah, Nertz took a lot of attention, a lot of spam through those doors, but still delivers the goods. 4-round lead for Team Spirit, 7-3. Nertz and Naf pushing at the double doors. The boost up, they're going to get the spot. The shot doesn't land. And Ultimate's on catwalk with the ult.
Yeah, I guess that idea that he has to worry about lower tunnels. You get a second to peek top mid. If there's no peek, you've got to worry about lower. And Ultimate gets away.
I think Ultimate is a little bit maybe caught off guard by the pace of which Donk took lower dark. They haven't encountered a whole lot of aggression throughout this half, so Donk feeling confident.
Now Shiro's ready to punish a peek for Ultimate. How long does Shiro hold this, and does Ultimate decide to move into the open? Shiro taking a moment to set up his teammate with utility, and there's the peek. Ultimate walks right into him. Shiro able to come out on top, threw the bomb away, wanted to go aggressive. The Opera will go down, and a 1-for-1 trade. Here comes the B play. Naf now needs to step up, looks out to the right side and gets one. Just the one, though. He didn't see Zontix. He was reloading, exposed, and Zontix to punish him. JKS on that long flank again. This time works out against Magix, and a 2v2 as bomb goes down inside of B.
Lucky to be alive. Chopper, though, along with Zontix, know they've got a little bit of time as the smoke is still up. They saw both players in middle. Magix called it out. Both players Xbox.
Now, Zontix can't go back into the tunnels for those post plants. They've got to stay inside of the site.
Well, Twist looking for any piece of utility that he could use. Where do they put these Molotovs? That's going to be the big decision.
He's got a flash as well, surely available to him, so he can throw the molly in again. He's got more utility picked up off the floor. Here comes the flash, but they get mollied out just as they want to go. It's perfect timing on the utility here from Team Spirit thrown into this, and this is now just Zontix holding on. The door swing coming in, Chopper laying down bullets, and they're both out of ammo, but Twist is out of time, and he has to run, but the bomb will go off. Twist with it, and an 8th round picked up for Team Spirit.
Yeah, perfect timing. You're exactly right. That Molotov from Zontix chewed all the time off the bomb that they needed. That was like the 6-7 seconds that were so valuable to Liquid executing that retake. That one, oh, Ultimate gives it up, going back for the angle. And Shiro loves that. A nice, easy opening kill.
It's pretty funny they both run out of ammo at the same time, though.
Yeah, if those kills come cleaner, maybe. Maybe it's a close defuse. 8-3. Dominant half from Team Spirit. And it could just get even more dominant.
Oh.
Rough buy for Team Liquid. 2 misses from Shiro. He takes some damage, but information is there. They can push lower. They can beat in lower. So be cautious.
Do they want to clear it out? Donk certainly looks like he does. He's going to be jumping up on top of those boxes, looking for some aggression. But Team Liquid just parking in lower tunnels, not continuing their push-up. Donk is going to have to come to them. He's going to have to fight them. Expects the push for Naf. Great reposition from Donk. And now looking to put pressure on Nertz, who has to deal with 2 players coming at him. Twist trying to help out. He's got 2 on the FAMAS, but he's been pushed from top middle. And there's just so many Spirit players working in tandem. The Team Liquid are down to 2 members, and JKS has flanked along so many times. So Magix is aware of that now.
That's a lovely sequence from Donk, reading the follow-up play, taking the attention of Naf, taking a shot out of him, and immediately repositioning to isolate him from that fight and wait for Nertz's swing. Or maybe I have that reversed. Ready for both players in lower.
Oh, steps, a lot of noise. That's the bomb. That's the bomb on the back of Magix.
The tough part is, the hard thing is, like, JKS is fine, but Ultimate's probably sitting here like, okay, what do I do? Do I push to meet up with him? Do I push to be a nuisance?
30 seconds. Like, if JKS gets this kill on Donk, it's pretty much over, right? There's no... Ultimate just needs to hide. That's the kill. The bomb's down, and this is a free round for Liquid. It comes down to a 1v1 fight. Ultimate just needs to run away. There's no time to get to a bomb site. Okay, well, Team Liquid get an extra round.
It's one way to end a half?
Yeah, that certainly is one way.
Have you ever seen anything like it? That's half one coming to a close. 8-4 for Team Spirit, defending champs, looking to survive another day at IEM Katowice to send Liquid packing. But we got a second half to decide who's going home and who's moving on.
Well, it's been said that Team Liquid need to feel the pressure to step up. Well, the pressure is certainly at an all-time high right now against Team Spirit. Facing elimination, down on the second map, 8-4. There's never really a bigger moment than this, Jason, to deliver.
Yeah, Nerds had some words about this matchup as well coming into it. I mean, knowing Spirit is on a level, but even just saying, I've never defeated Spirit in CS2. It's something he absolutely wants. He wants to play against the best. But he's never beaten them before, and it's not looking likely now. Team Liquid is just 5 short rounds away from elimination at Katowice, and Twist is going to have to call a masterful T-side to get them into this map and into this series.
Xbox smoke thrown out, and Shiro just peeking with it, firing off a few shots into the lower tunnels, and then retreating. Chopper's going to hear those steps and realize there's not a full commitment.
I know this is one thing too that coming into this team has been a focus of Team Liquid, is really kind of simplifying some of these tactics early on in Nerds' acquisition. Mentioned on Nuke a number of times, the strategic approach from Team Liquid on their T side was very, very basic. Doesn't mean it's not effective, just nothing super complicated. And right now, at least in this pistol, seeming very similar. 3 players grouped up, kind of flash peek out middle. Now we reconvene towards Catwalk with utility. It's being spent now. Team Liquid have to attack off this with ultimate lurking out towards long.
Magic's just dealing with ultimate's attention, but it's all about the play up short, and Shiro to get blasted away by Nerds' Glock. Here comes, oh, nice flick, nice reaction from Magic's back to that kill on ultimate. Now comes the rotation. The reinforcements have arrived for Team Spirit as they look to try and stop this plan. Cancel. Donk on the Joker Red is with Chopper. It's Nerds firing all cylinders here for Team Liquid, trying to keep them in it. He's got every single kill so far, and Magic's and Zontic still standing. No bomb plant yet for Team Liquid, and another shot, so it all has to be Nerds. Every kill required, and the time is the problem. And Team Spirit giving in the fights, giving in the chances, and Nerds not able to do it. Just too much to ask from Nerds, and that's another pistol, this time for Team Spirit.
There's another small detail missed for Team Liquid in this pistol run that leads to the loss, because you have control of the bomb site, but no one is spotting for this push up ramp, for this multiplayer walk up the ramp from CT spawn. Nobody sees it in time, and Team Spirit do the last thing Team Liquid expect them to do, which is actually just waltz up and turn the corner. They have to stop the plant to deal with it, and even that's not clean.
It's Magic's and back-to-back pistols. If you remember back to the first pistol round here of Dust2, it was Magic's that closed the 1v1. He does it again here. He finds impact and puts Team Spirit up 9-4. Here comes Chopper into the lower tunnels. It's Nerds cast away. Chopper on that second kill. Bomb down. Liquid overrun, overwhelmed, suffocated, and a 10th round is picked up in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, this one might be over quick by the looks of it. Ultimate going to pick up the FAMAS, just going for some economic damage, but not even going to get that done. Team Spirit know they can be disruptive and aggressive on the CT side now, and you tell Donk that your game plan is just to go crazy and get up in their face, and he's living the dream.
Yeah, that's the conditions he thrives in. I mean, we're looking at this game, and it's not the only game Team Spirit are going to have to play today to get into the Spodek. Once they deal with Liquid, which looks like it is going to be once they deal with Liquid, they're going to have to go on later today and play against the winner of Gamer Legion Astralis for that last spot in the Spodek. And if you're Team Spirit, you want to make sure this game is as quick as possible. You don't want to have to go to a third map. You don't want to have Dust2 go the distance. You want to just get this job done and have as much time as possible to prepare for that final game today.
Looking likely. Also looking like the opponent for them later in the day is going to be Gamer Legion, who are currently up on Astralis. That's going on over on the B stream with Sponge and Machine.
Yeah, and you think about a difference in experience in that matchup. A new roster of Gamer Legion coming in, going to have to go up against Spirit later today for a spot in the playoffs. Chopper, 1 kill, gets traded by Naf, but the grenade goes in, and the cleanup squad is here as that smoke reveals multiple players for Shiro to mow down with a 4K.
All right, well, this is really the one and only chance Team Liquid are going to have to get into Dust2 in this second half. Up on ultimate, AK-47's coming out, but it's 11-4 in the favor of Team Spirit. Liquid now 2 rounds away from elimination.
And this is really their last stand, right? This is their goodbye here in the second half. These AKs have got to find immediate impact and results to even open up an opportunity for Team Liquid to get into the fight.
Yeah, the only thing they're really missing is 1 flashbang and head armor on ultimate. You're not going to get many better buys. Door smoke, lower B Molotov to negate any kind of a push, and a lurk smoke to burn some utility off the defenders. Nice Molotov. You have to imagine spam would come through on the evacuation, but it lands inside of a smoke and is extinguished immediately.
They're going to walk through the smoke. Naf's going to charge in first, and that Zontic's gone. Now Donk blinded. Awkward at the car. Manages only one kill this time. Chopper in quick switch mode. He gets caught by Twist in mid, and this is not going to be a retake that Team Spirit will win. So there is immediate impact found from the AK-47s.
Yeah, really nice round. This time it's Liquid to do the unexpected. Zontic's never in a million years thought they would be coming through that smoke while it was still up. Twist going to be hunting down Magic's a chance. Essentially a death match. Magic's brought to 22. Liquid creep up to 5 rounds. They got to be careful. You obviously want to take this M4 away, but you're still early on in your TF, and you got a long way to go. You do not want to lose money to Magic's at the end of the day when you don't necessarily have to.
Especially that AWP. Still going to be a good buy in the next round here for Team Spirit, and this Magic save is only going to help that because Shiro needs some money thrown on over his way. Donk has extra cash, Zontic's too, so it's going to be a full buy here for Team Spirit. I love that opener from Naf. Zontic doesn't, though. Not a big fan of that.
No, probably not. But Zontic strikes me as the kind of guy who can, you know...
brush that one off.
Yeah, real easily. Well, especially when you look up at the scoreboard.
Yeah, that helps.
You're like, oh, it's 11-5. It's cool.
Well, Chopper has to play with an SMG, and we know that's no problem for Chopper. He's used to it.
4 players towards the B bomb site in upper dark at the moment. Twist, the sole player outside long, looking for mid push.
Yeah, on Nuke, we had a lot of simple T rounds displayed by Team Liquid. Heavy numbers to one area.
This might be very similar to the previous round. Liquid might just like kind of clear lower, put a utility out towards middle, maybe activate Nerds out double doors, or the Twist has used all of his flashbangs for it, and then you kind of just fall back into this very similar B hit.
Zontic's waiting in the back of the platform. Oh,
Peace.
That's another great opening from Naf onto Zontic's. Brush that one aside.
Oh, inside the smoke.
Chopper's inside the smoke, yep. MP9 gets caught, ultimate aware of that possibility, called on over, reacts fast enough, and it's a save for Team Spirit.
All right, this is nice. This is a good way to get the half started. You're now within, what, 5 rounds? After this bomb goes off, it'll be 11-6. But if you're Liquid, you're also thinking in your head, okay, this is cool. We've got back-to-back rounds of the B bomb, so we've been able to march in through this lurk smoke and take out Zontic's, take out the trade of Chopper, Donk previously. But how many more rounds can you get away with that kind of a play at the B bomb site? Probably not a third in a row.
No, you would imagine there's going to have to be a change up here.
So this is great, but if you need to have success elsewhere on the map, and then you can really turn this into something special. And then all of a sudden you have Spirit kind of guessing and trying to figure out exactly where you want to go, because you can win at the B bomb site, you can win coming out mid.
And if you think about it, yesterday in the game against Na'Vi, on the T side, JL was finding a lot of success through mid, a lot of his pushes coming in, really trying to unravel the Team Spirit defenses. There is opportunities. There are holes in this Team Spirit defense on Dust2 that we have seen yesterday get exploited.
Well, there's kind of the magic to it, because that's the philosophy if you're Liquid you might try and exploit of. All right, we've destroyed B twice. This is going to make sure they keep resources inside the bomb site, which might open up a lane in middle to actually get out and attack in. Or it'll pull a third player from the A bomb site towards CT spawn, and then we can attack up Catwalk.
Either way, you know your B success has created a weakness somewhere else.
The only problem I see for this is kind of like Nuke, where since they are playing this kind of simple trade style, you're not spread around the map, so you don't always have information across the entirety of the map if you're Team Liquid. A lot of these are going to be called out of spawn, and you're just kind of hitting it. They have to show that they can put the round together throughout the entirety of it. 11-6, round 18.
Because those B players have been repetitively hit, they're on SMGs. You know, Zontic's only has an MP9 over towards B. Chopper's is the closest player to him with the same weapon. Nerds getting into the lower tunnels. Magic's positions himself in pit.
Feels like Spirit are just kind of throwing Donk wherever they think the attack is going to come in the next round. He just opens up over towards long A, now shifts back towards Catwalk.
Yeah, Shiro Donk combined at short. Chopper likely to think Team Liquid are not going to go back to that B bomb site again and will perhaps focus their attentions on the short take. Great Molotov forcing Shiro off the ledge. Donk hasn't fallen back just yet though. And now forced a little bit further down, but that grenade is heavy. And Nerds, well, he'll bear that weight.
And Twist is trying to activate him to be a lone harassment lurk on Catwalk to keep some attention there, trying to keep attention away from the B bomb site, which seems to be the target. Again, 4 players going towards upper. But Nerds with that nade damage is not motivated to play behind that smoke. Can't take a random nade. And remember, Zontix was the one that figured out how to stop them on Nuke. Over towards ramp room, saying, like, oh, these are the hits you're going to have? Okay, I'll just drop a Molotov. And this is a nasty timing for this smoke to come out. Liquid is very, very sad about this.
Well, here they come. Util, they're just going to have to go through it. Zontix this time hoping for a different result. He gets 1 for 1. Chopper's MP9 coming in. And JKS still held behind that smoke. 24 seconds left. Nerd still at short. Looking to be a late piece in this puzzle, but he's spotted by Magix and he's dealt with. Here comes Donk through the window, trying to help out Chopper. And he's pulling the attention away. They're not checking Chopper. That MP9 not good enough though. Donk comes in. Destruction on the double. JKS left alone. 5 seconds left. Not enough time. And Shiro catches him. It's map and series point for Team Spirit. And for Team Liquid, that spells elimination.
And this is just a lack of depth in the playbook right now with Nerds' acquisition into this Team Liquid roster. Simplifying things has taken away the depth of it, and it's making them more effective in other areas, but now you can see this is twice now in back-to-back maps where Zontix has just been like, guys, you're never doing this again. Fine, I'll just drop a Molotov in the choke point. I'll make you run into the Molotov if you want the fight. I'll make you take damage. I'm going to drop a smoke. It's going to delay you for plenty of time. All that execute when Zontix just holds his utility just gets so much more awkward. It's exactly what happened in Ramp Room on Nuke. Third and final timeout for Team Liquid. They need to win 6 in a row to stay alive and force overtime.
What a tough task. Naf currently wielding the AWP. And it's all about that spawn. He's got the long spawn. He's going to go for that opening pick. Might be able to catch Magix. Actually, the first player up long is Chopper. The only player up long is Chopper. He gets that util out before Naf is able to punish. Magix this time lays the foundations for Shiro's boost. Nerds is just going through the mid doors.
He's out here so quick. Now this is an individual call.
Yeah, senses the timing, senses the gap. What can Nerds do with this?
Well, he's just going to pull the rest of his team to him. And again, the theme is keep it simple. Pull the rest of his team out double doors where he's got a foothold. Smoke on the fly. And rock and roll with the mid to B split. Donk and Zontix to defend.
Oh, Donk. He goes down. Naf has been really good so far in this half at taking those speed defenders away. But yeah, look at Zontix pushing forward. Oh, Naf is ready for that kind of maneuver. Zontix to go down through the smoke, and the bomb is freed up to move forward.
Look at the lurk over on Catwalk. JKS in a great position. Bomb hasn't crossed yet. Smoke goes up. JKS listening for footsteps, listening for information. Shiro has yet to decide if he wants to commit to any kind of a retake. Chopper taken down, and that's it.
Decision made for them. Shiro, will he expect JKS? Oh, he sees him. Didn't expect him, but
JKS
just finds him.
is so sad.
Yeah, he really
He's
is.
so sad about that timing.
He's been in a good position the entire round. Finally gets to the point where he's going to get that kill, and he looks away, and Shiro just appears. Yeah, that's rough. But that's Nerds taking an individual play, sensing a gap, making his way through middle and staying composed, not making a mistake, and allowing Team Liquid to set up around him. And then Naf with that impact at B. But if Naf goes down there, they lose the bomb in the tunnels. There's no one with him.
It's the benefit of having Naf in a position like that with all of his experience and just understanding, you know, you get the 1 kill on Donk, you know your team's coming in from mid to B split, and you're like, the only play this guy has to make is push through the smoke. Other than that, my teammates will deal with them. So Naf just heads up, spams that smoke just in case, and happens to be right on point. 12-7. Money's starting to be a little awkward for Team Spirit. If Liquid win this one, the dream is still alive, and they'll have an economic advantage.
But we've seen in this half already, Team Spirit are capable of winning rounds with MP9s in hand.
Look at this crunch. Zontix and Donk gonna push upper. Chopper ready and lower.
And we've seen this earlier on in the half. Naf to be put under a lot of pressure. He's going to handle the first, but he's being pushed, and Nerds has his backside covered. So the double opener for Team Liquid. Tough recovery ahead of Team Spirit now in round 20. maybe even impossible.
Five on three and up catwalk we go. Nerds, Twist, and Ultimate. JKS at long doors. Naf with low HP is still watching the flank at B halls. They found the weak spot in the defense, but they don't realize it yet. Nobody's home at the A-bomb site.
At least this is likely to allow Spirit to save those weapons. You know, at least you'll save the AK for Donk and the AWP for sure. This round's done, but as you mentioned, the money's not in a good spot for Spirit, so as long as they were able to get away with those weapons, they'll be able to compete into the next. But we're looking at a 12-8 scoreline. And to be honest, they probably could get away with saving everything, given Magic's position as well. He might be able to join his teammates.
And there's no reason for Liquid to hunt. They don't really have a whole lot of money. It's only really built up on Twist, so you're not going to be ultra motivated. Maybe Magic's comes in to try and find an AK-47.
Upgrade, yeah.
And Naf is low HP. But Magic's just calls it off.
Yeah, I'm going to prioritize just having a weapon and that Kevlar kit utility. There's quite a bit to save here for Magic, so he's going to get away. An 8th round for Team Liquid. The dream is still very much alive. It's a long way off still, but they're taking the right steps. Instead, Twist is going to have to call a wonderful T-sided half. They've laid the foundations for that, at least for now.
It's playing out very similarly to the game that Spirit played against Na'Vi just yesterday on Dust2, that Spirit ended up winning 13-11, but they had a very big lead early on in the second half, and then a comeback from Na'Vi 5 rounds in a row to bring them back into the map. Liquid is embarking the first, second stages of that journey right now. They've won 2 rounds in a row. They've won 4 of the last 5. This is a good stretch. It's just, you've got no safety net. You've got no mistakes to make. It's got to be perfect. Round 21. Up in the hands of Shiro and Ultimate.
Donk daring to get a little bit more aggressive on short. Just waiting for a potential jump up as that smoke fades away, and he's going to get that opportunity here. Nerds, does he show his head? Flash comes up. Donk takes the step back at the right time. Magix gets caught. Hands busy as that long peek comes out from JKS. Twist having to retreat. Yeah. Donk stays alive, and we've got a chance here for Team Liquid to try and extend play, or Team Spirit to close it, because Shiro's ready to go. Off to peek long. It's Ultimate down, and it might be the ultimate price for Team Liquid. Elimination on the line, and Donk is the one to send them packing. Team Spirit not through yet, but they get through Liquid. They're into the final game today to see if they can go to the Spodek and be the second team ever to challenge for back-to-back titles here in Katowice.
A lovely game from Team Spirit, and you had a little bit of everything. They encountered a lot of resistance, a lot of obstacles on Nuke. They opened up this series not looking like themselves.